What's going on, everyone? What is going on? What's the hardest part of Amazon? What's the hardest part? For me, the hardest part is not the hiring. The hardest part is not the sourcing. It's not the purchasing. It's not any of this surface level stuff. It's not about that for me. All of that stuff is just, it's hard work and it takes time to put in the hard work to create the systems, which is what I'm doing. But the hard part is all up here. The hard part, I believe, is all up here. It's the mindset behind it. It's thinking in years rather than weeks or days or months. We all have it. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling like I want to give up. I get that sometimes. Sometimes when I wake up, I feel like I want to give up. I feel like sales are slow. I feel like profit's low. I feel like, it's up and down. Business, as Matt Webley said recently, business is like tides. It's in and out, it's in and out, it's in and out. And that's going to be that, you've got to get used to that. That's part of business. It's thinking in years rather than days or months. It's important to monitor those months, like what I'm doing at the moment, like compared to last month, this month is going to be incredible by the looks of it. But I'm looking at years. So rather than thinking next month's going to be good, that's not too much motivation. It's not that inspiring because, quite frankly, it's not going to be tens and tens of thousands of profit. But if you look at a year, if you look at where you were a year ago, if I look at where I was a year ago, oh my goodness, I was like, I was doing it all myself and making a tiny bit of money. Fast forward a year and learning a lot, obviously, which is the important part of the process. If you're there, then that's fine. You need to go through that stage, Fast forward a year, I'm not making bags of money, right? But the business is making a lot of gross profit, right? As I said, last month, I actually made a net, not gross. Gross profit was good. Net profit, slight loss because I was scaling, growing, putting loads and loads of thousands of units through the prep centre. So that ate up a lot of fees, right? But this month, looking great. Fingers crossed, looking really, really good. Another year from now, wow, I'm talking every year you master a new level. You can't judge things. Luke, Mr. FBA says this, right? Luke Dugan, you can't judge things in monthly, sometimes even in quarterly. You need to assess them to get the growth. But you can't judge yourself and judge your results and judge who you are and judge how much of a good Amazon seller you are, just in that small time. Because you need longer. First of all, it takes 2-3 weeks, sometimes maybe a month to get your items that you've just purchased into the fulfillment centres, through prep centres and etc. May take another month for them to sell, or 2 months. You can't judge things in that moment. You may invest loads of money one month, but not the next month into significant growth. So the only way you can really judge is in years. And if you look at where you're going to be in another year, if you fully commit and, if everyone just fully commits and just goes all in and doesn't get distracted, doesn't get put off by the days, the weeks, the months that aren't going well, then you can win. And we can all win. But like any other business, it takes years. And it takes years of mastery to get really, really good at it. Let's think in years. That's what I'm doing. Thinking in years gives you the ability to have the patience to understand and that inner comfort and calmness and wisdom to know that it's going to work out. If it's what you want to do. If you don't want to be in this for years, then get out of it. I say get out of it. I personally, this is going to be a business of mine for years, Not my only business, but it's going to be a business of mine for years. So I'm going to be in it for years. That's why I'm thinking in years terms. The people that struggle are probably the ones that don't actually want to be in this for years. They're trying to get a quick buck, in which case I would say go and do something else, I used to earn £3,500 a month from a little gardening business that I had. You could do that. You only need a couple of grand van to start. 150, 180 quid a day you can charge. Do that. If you want quick money. I'm in this for the long term. Have a gorgeous day. Gorgeous? I don't know why I said I never say gorgeous. Have a gorgeous day, everyone. See you soon.